Hey, everybody. So, we are here today to have a quick talk about LifeWave and what the benefits are and what they're going to do for you. And one of the things I wanted to do before we get started was just actually play a quick video because sometimes a good video is actually going to tell you more about it. And am I on a video? Absolutely. But I wanted to wanted you guys to watch this video because LifeWave made it, and it's actually pretty cool to see what they're up to and how they're developing. So I'm going to play that video. I'm going to share it on my screen here, and you'll be able to take a look at it and see what you actually think about the video, and then go from there. So without further ado, I'm going to play it.
An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things, like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHKCU, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy. For improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being, with the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that could support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
So what did you think about that? That is LifeWave new video on X39 and what it can do for you and enhancing the body and making you pretty much supercharging your body into becoming healthier than it is currently. It is a wellness product, so just remember that. All right, little story. I just want to talk to you a little bit, give you a little bit of story on something that I found from somebody that's actually in her 70s. And she was out and about, and we had a little chat. And that chat kind of piqued my interest a little bit more than most of the other things I'd found. So this amazing lady was only able to take 10 steps before she had to sit down. And one of the things that she found was every time she wanted to go for a walk, it would be like, okay, I can't do it. I can't. My joints hurt, my knees hurt, my hips hurt, my feet hurt, everything hurt. She was just the whole bottom half of her body was just completely stiff. So she had chairs set around in her house and benches and sat on the steps and things like that. She would have to sit down every 10 steps. But then along came the patches. And when she started using the patches, all of a sudden she was like, I can take a couple more steps, and I can take even more steps, and I can take even more steps. And then she went out and started taking walks, and it went on and on and on. And then the one thing that surprised me the most is when I was chatting, she got up and said, watch this. And she ran down the aisle in her 70s, going from only being able to take 10 steps to being able to move down the aisle at a very fast pace. Was quite amazing. Just awesome to watch and so exciting to see for her because the joy in her eyes was just like astronomical. And it was just beautiful to watch, right? So that's one of the benefits. And I just wanted to kind of share that with you so that you could kind of see that it can help people of all different ages. Now, let's go to a younger story. My son, the other day, he was out with a bunch of kids having a party and they had a great time. 9 years old, just went like a bat out of, you know what I mean. And what ended up happening is he came home and we were kind of playing around and he grabbed my arm and picked himself up off the ground. And when he did that, his stomach all of a sudden, he was like, "Oh, that hurts, that hurts, that hurts." I'm like, "Okay, okay, no problem." So I went and grabbed a different patch. It's called the Ice Wave. And I walked up, I said, "Okay, let's put this one here." And Ice Wave works a little bit different. It's a two-patch system. And ended up putting one of the patches where the pain was. And then I said, okay, let's put the other patch up here. So just started like 12 o'clock up top and then just worked my way around. And he was like, oh, that one feels okay. Oh, that one doesn't. Oh, that one feels okay. No, no, that one's even worse. So then he said, okay, put it back here. He says, okay, perfect. That's right where it is. And the pain was pretty much gone. Just like that fast. So we're talking this works for somebody that's 9 years old right up to somebody in their 70s. So those are live stories. Those are true stories of things that happen to somebody. And I love to hear those things. And I sit on a call almost every Sunday. And every Sunday, there's people that come on and they talk about the beautiful things that have happened to them just by getting on to these. And if you want, I can send you a link to that. So then you can join in on the call. You can see what it's like, see what it is, and you can actually hear from doctors, chiropractors, nurses, right? One of them is a neurosurgeon. Amazing, a neurosurgeon that uses these. It's just astronomical. Um, and then ordinary people like myself that use them from day to day. People that have been in construction, truck drivers, and you name it, any kind of person. You're going to hear different stories about what happens. And it gets held every single Sunday. So you can come on and listen and just see, is this for me? Is this something I want to have in my life? Right? And then go from there. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the patches and kind of how they work. So they're literally, actually, I got one right here. So that little sucker right there is what it is. And it's literally just got a little bit of a backing on it. And all you do is you just peel off the back and then you stick it on. And that's it. That's all you got to do. And it can go, the X39 can go anywhere on the body. You can put it anywhere on the body and it's going to go to work. It's going to start to work on your cells. All right. So to give you a little more information from an independent from LifeWave and anything that they have to do, there's a guy named Lauren Picard. And Lauren Picard actually did something pretty cool. And I'm going to share that with you so that you can kind of take a look at this yourself. So let's get her loaded. I'm going to make her full screen so you can see it. All right. So this is called GHK. And GHK, copper peptide, is what the body uses to activate certain cells in the body. And by using these patches, you stimulate the body with a low level of light. And what it does is it kind of tells the body and says, hey, you need some more of this copper peptide in your system. And the body goes and takes that and goes, absolutely. That's exactly what I need. So, and it starts to work its way, and the body starts to produce these, not the patches. I'm going to make that clear. It's actually these, the body that actually does the work. But some of the things you're going to kind of see as you go down through is it has an effect on the brain, cognitive function. Oh my God. How many of us would like to remember better or have more clarity or feel more alert as we're going through our day? That is one thing that you're going to find is you start to become more alert. You become more focused in on what you're doing. You kind of it really works really well on the mind. All right. So there's one benefit. All right. Another one, hair and skin. Hair and skin is something once these GHKs start to raise in your body, it's actually going to make a difference. Have a read through some of the items there. And I'm not going to talk them all through because I'm pretty sure you can read and see them. All right. And antioxidant, that's another good benefit, you know, anti-inflammatory. Now, that one, sorry for the tongue twister, but my words don't always come out right. I found a little bit of one thing. The patch that I showed you that I was holding up just earlier is called an Eon patch. And X39 works exactly the same. X39 is just a supercharged version of an Eon patch. And because it has a whole bunch of other things that it does. But what ended up happening was when I get really, really stiff, or my joints start to inflame and things like that, or my muscles, what I do is I throw one of those on, and it be amazed overnight as you wear it, it actually reduces the inflammation in your body. Pretty cool. I kind of like that, right? So just thought you might want to know that. Okay, so I'm going to keep on going down here. Take a look at a few other things. You got your lungs. Interesting. And I'm not going to say that word because I'll get myself in trouble. And we'll just keep on going down. All right. So that kind of gives you a little bit of an overview on what these patches can kind of do for you and what kind of benefit you're going to kind of see as you go through and you use them. I use them. Another story about myself and how I got into them. I started using them because I had a bum shoulder. My shoulder was sore all the time. I had trouble sleeping on it. I had trouble picking things up. Actually couldn't do this, which I can now. And how that worked is I started patching every single day. Consistency is the big thing. If you're not going to be consistent with these, you're not going to see the results you want. They always say you got to use them for a decade sorry, not a decade, cheapers. Who wants to use them for a decade? So for every decade you're alive, you use them for a month. And then as you go through, that's how you kind of test your trial period. So if you're in your 40s like me, you use them for 4 months and see what happens. If they're benefiting you, then you continue to use them. If they're not benefiting you, then it's your choice to do whatever you want. It's always your choice to do whatever you want. It's your body. You need to do what you need to do with your body. But I just wanted to let you know that if you are going to try these, make sure you're ready to do a little bit of a trial period because it's important. All right. So just a little bit of tidbit information, but I started using them. I got onto them around August, and by December of that same year, I had no pain. That's it. That's what I got for you. I had no pain. All right. Okay. What is this business? Okay. Why did this start? Why are they selling it? Why are they using it? Why isn't it in the stores? Well, it's not in the stores because he couldn't get them on the shelves. So he turned around and he said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get people to refer each other. And as they refer each other, they can get their patches for free or they can make a little bit of money while they're doing it. But then it gets out there. Okay, let's have a little chat. How many countries do you think that the patches are currently used in? If you know, throw it in the chat. Please throw it in the chat. I'd love to hear it. But I'll give you an answer to that just a little bit later. But I want to talk about there's over 80 patents just on the patches alone and what they do for you, right? And the other thing is how many countries? 90 countries. They're in 90 different countries that you can go to and you can get these patches. So saying that, that means that they must be working because there's millions upon millions of people using them and benefiting from them from day to day. When people's eyes light up and say, "Oh my God, this is amazing. And I can't believe that this is actually working for me. And I haven't been able to find something that's worked for me for such a long time." You just have to love it. That's all I can say is you just have to love it. Okay, I'm going to bring up another little article here. So then that way you guys can take a look at this one as well. This one here goes into just a real quick little blurb about the patches. All right, let's have a quick talk. LifeWave started in 2004 with this fine gentleman right here, David Schmidt. Amazing humanitarian. He loves people. He loves to do things. He has goals in his life and he is looking way into the future and he's bringing technology out that people have never even heard of. So it's pretty cool the more and more time you spend listening to him and listen to him talk. And one of the other things is he has 139 patches in his name. So that is pretty awesome as you get going. So just remember that. All right. He's an inventor. He started off inventing these for the Navy SEALs and wanted to give them more energy in their body. So he created what they called the energy enhancers. And what it did is just brought their stamina up, brought their energy up so they could go longer, they could go harder, and the Navy SEALs used them and they liked them, right? And who wouldn't? If you can have more energy in your body, would you want it? 100%, right? And this was long before they had the X39, which has kind of taken over from most of the patches. The other patches work and they still bring it up even more. But at the same time, X39 kind of does everything. Going back to the energy enhancers with the Navy SEALs, he moved from the Navy SEALs and he went on to help Olympic athletes. Did you know that these patches were used in the 2024 Olympics? They were also used much earlier on in the Olympics by swimmers, and they've been used ever since. Interesting. So if Olympic athletes are finding that these are actually making a difference in their life to give them more energy, more stamina, build more muscle mass, things like that, are they going to help you? Good chance, right? So it's worth having a look at and taking a look at. I'm going to ask you guys, if you don't mind, go down below, hit the like and subscribe button because that helps me and helps my channel and you'll get more information because I'm due one of these most days. And I just kind of talk about little things. And as I find other articles, I'm going to bring them up and kind of have a discussion about them because I want you guys to be informed on what you're getting into and what is going on. Because this technology is starting to revolutionize homes and it's starting to become known in more and more homes all the time. And the more and more time that you spend kind of paying attention and listening to what's being said, you're going to find that these patches are becoming more used. More used? Is that the right word? They're being used more all over the place. And there's lots of celebrities that use them. There's lots of just ordinary people like me that use them and are benefiting from them. So just pay attention to that and see what you think. All right. Have a great day. That's all I got for you today. And try to stay out of trouble because who wants to get into any? Right here, this guy. I like getting into trouble. Talk to you later. Bye.